I'm Katie. This is Living in the Now. On my channel, I talk about everyday manifesting, stories and examples to help you to manifest everything you desire. Today's video is about looking at manifesting in a new way. And by doing so, you can see how powerful your thoughts are and learn to manifest everything you want. So basically, you are consciousness experiencing itself as its perceived human form. The only way to experience yourself was to experience a life like you are now. There is duality, meaning highs and lows, positives and negatives. Why? Because that's the only way you can fully know yourself. If it was positive, happy, and joyful every second, that would become boring to you, since you'd not grow, expand, and raise in consciousness. You'd not get to fully know yourself as this character or role that you chose, or a life theme that you decided on. So life is actually like a dream, like a sleeping dream. Think of when you dream at night. You are yourself, which is consciousness, just there in one place. But in your mind, you are fully immersed in the experience. The dream, when in it, feels totally real. You feel emotions. You see people, objects, and scenery all around you, like a 3D experience. It feels real while you're in it, but then suddenly you wake up and realize it was all a dream. That's what real life is like, but more stable and slowed down, as far as things are kept in place. Like your house, your room, your family, your job. It just sorta stays there unless you decide to change it with your thoughts. So now how does knowing this help me manifest better? Well, you'd realize that all around you, anything you see, anything in your awareness is based off your own personal thoughts and your own personal story. Well, what does that mean? It means anything you say in your thoughts becomes true for you and happens. Imagine it this way, like a video game. Your true self, high self, is like consciousness and is outside of you, watching you, and also within you. It remains always. It's like you play in the video game, but then there's the actual character you chose, which is your human self character. Okay, so your life video game basically came with a theme in a way. Like you'd be this type of person and have these kinds of likes, and maybe you'd accomplish this one thing. You'd have these interests and desires and follow through with them. So that's like your themed game. Like some video games are sports, some are shooting games. Yours is like based on your life theme. So then you go and walk around in the game, and it appears 3D and real, and it seems real since you are immersed in it, and since you were born that way, as in immersed in it fully, then you never knew any differently. The other things, people, objects, characters, are just there on default, like automatically do things and be a certain way based on the beginning of how it was set up. So then you wake up and become aware that you are in this dream, and from there you can start to make the world around you and dream anything you want it to be, consciously, on purpose. Have you ever done a virtual experience video game? So a friend had one and I tried it, and it was like 9 p.m. and dark out, and totally nighttime, and I played the virtual reality game, and there was like a part where you're in a waiting room area and outside in the mountains. So it felt like a balcony, and mountains were all around me, and it was sunny and daylight and bright and warm, and it felt totally real, as if I was there. I even felt a breeze and the warmth on me from the sun. It felt real in every way. But it was just a projection, a 3D dreamland. That's how life is. Okay, so how can we use that to our advantage? Well, based off your thoughts, anything around you will shift and change and become true for you. If you say the story of what you want correctly and have no bad thoughts about your desire, it happens. You are led to your desire, or it's led to you. Like you get internally led. And it feels totally normal and natural until you realize, oh wow, this was my manifestation, or that led me to it. So imagine you are that video game character. Then imagine you like typing what you want to happen for it. Then the person, which is you, plays it out. For example, you say, I want a new car that is this color and style, and that I can afford. So then by doing so, you made the program. You set the program. Great. Now the character, which is you, plays it out and is led to ways to get that new car. For example, you want a new boyfriend or girlfriend who is a certain way, like this type of look or these qualities that they have. Great. You say what you want. That's like the program. You are programming the character, which is you. Okay, great. Then you internally automatically are led to them or them to you. And they fit what you wanted, based off what you said you wanted. So since you know you are the one in control, you know anything you say in your thoughts and story will happen and show in your world around you, which is your awareness. It has to happen and be. So therefore, you no longer have any kind of doubts in your thoughts and saying what you want. Because you know you're in control of it all and can change anything you see. Anything you see around you, anything you experience is like that dream, that video game. It appears out there and real, but it's like all happening inside consciousness. To picture it better, inside your thoughts, which isn't even moving. That's why all is one, all is now, and there is no time. So your real life is like your sleeping dream, where this is all happening inside your thoughts, inside consciousness. You're actually not even moving, you're just dreaming everything now. That's why things can shift and change and happen so quickly once you become better at manifesting and higher in consciousness. I've seen people change and shift right in front of me based off my thoughts. I thought something as I was driving and it instantly happened seconds later. Once you see life as more movable and dreamlike, then you can start to change whatever and get what you want. That's why everyone is you pushed out, they say. Because your thoughts are controlling everything and anyone who you see that is around you or enters your awareness. So if you change your thought program to what you want, others play it out. They be that role. They shift to be what you want them to be. Try it and see firsthand how it works and how amazing it can be to witness. You have free will in your reality, but others don't. It's all an illusion. Okay, so how would this work in a real life example? So you decide what you want. You say a story of what you want in the wanted tense. Like what you do want. Like I want money. Instead of, I don't want to be broke. It's like what you want, and when you say what you want, you like use the words that make you see yourself as having it. For me, I want a girlfriend makes me see a girlfriend with me. I want money makes me picture money in my hand. So pick words of I want that makes you feel or picture the having of it. Then make a story with that. In my other videos, I give lots of examples of stories to use. I always have the core story that I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. That way I know when I say what I want, I get that every time. Then I say this is what I want now. I want a new girlfriend or boyfriend. I want this much money now. I want a new car now. I want a house now. I normally stick to one desire at a time and make a separate story for that. But those were just examples of different things. For a relationship, I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. I want a new relationship now. I want them to come to me and find me exactly where I am now. I want to say this desire once and for it to happen for me now. I want them to fit and be everything I listed now. And make a list of their qualities or looks. And then say I want them to be visible now. I want to see evidence of them now. I want them in my arms now. So for me, as I say this, I see them with me. Small flashes of us together come to mind. Even if it's a brand new person I've never met, I can still sense a person is there with me. That's the having of it. I say what I want and feel by doing so, I have it or will have it. So see, if you picture yourself as a video game character, you have no doubts what you say will happen because you just programmed yourself in your world so it happens. And you say it and let it be because you know it will happen. You just programmed yourself. So then you automatically get internally led to them and them to you. It feels normal and natural as it's happening. So then let's say that person shows up and they have all the qualities you wanted, but they don't want a commitment. Okay, that's okay. See how you don't react? You don't have emotions that take over? Why? Because you know you can change it, and you're God of your reality, and anything you say in your thoughts goes. So you'd program that change. Back to your story. In your thoughts, you'd write down, then say in your story of what you want. And that would go like, I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. I want person's name to want a commitment with me now. I want them to realize having a commitment with me is what they want now. I want person's name to want me and only me forever now. I want person's name to realize that they only want me and no one else now. So if you were to say that new thing, that new story, new program, since the world around you is based off your thoughts, it must happen. The only thing preventing your desires is your bad thoughts about it. So if suddenly you thought again, oh, they don't want a commitment with me, they will never commit. That was a new story, a new program that you just set. So what do? Is everything ruined? No, you just say what you do actually want. Like you'd be like, actually, no, that's not true. I want them to want a commitment now. Of course they want a commitment with me now. I say what I want and it happens. I always get what I want. You make the new story dominant. That doesn't mean repeating it 1,000 times. Usually it works best to say your new story once with confidence and then just let it be. Because otherwise, saying it excessively, too many times, may also be felt as doubt, worry, trying too hard, and not trusting or not feeling that you have it or will have it. It's okay if it comes to mind again, to say like a short phrase that keeps it left on positive. Like, oh, it just came to mind. I always get what I want. I said I want a girlfriend or boyfriend, so I get one. Or, it's happening. I always get what I want. So see, you left it on a good note. And when you leave things on a good note, a wanted note, it is happening and playing out and being lined up in the background, even if you don't see it yet. So always say what you want, see or feel by doing so that it will happen, and let it go, as in do other things or distract yourself from interfering with the program that you set. And then it happens. This is why instant manifestation happens, because you said what you wanted with no contradictory thoughts about it. You said it and that was it. The more you see the world around you as dreamlike, the more dreamlike it becomes, which means easily changeable. Easy for things you want to manifest to come to you. Less limitations on how things can come to you and how fast it can come, or how big or small, or significant or not that they are. Why hasn't your bigger, more significant manifestations happened yet? Because it's like you say what you want and then you doubt it. And then you think of past problems or people and get upset about something easily and let your emotions take over. And remember or make new stories that are negative about your manifestations or negative about relationships or money in general. You have mixed thoughts, a mixed program. So stability and being clear on what you want and saying a clear story of what you want will program and change the world around you and be what you want and like. It just takes practice to not react, to remember it's a dream, and you have the power to change it with your thoughts. It takes practice to say the story of what you want in the best way to get the best results. Be sure to like this video, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.